I just received my new cologne and I went to school that exact same day feeling amazing. I sprayed on my new cologne and I couldn't wait to get a lot of compliments and smell the best in the class. And then I was met with just complaints. Everybody started saying that it smelled too strong, that it smelled like hand sanitizer, to the point where the teacher even accused me of vaping. That is the exact story that happened to me about 2 years ago when I just bought my first niche fragrance, Xerjoff Herba Pura, and the video did pretty well. It got like 700k views. But the important thing about the story is to know that you have to pick the right cologne for school. This is way too strong and synthetic for a school setting. This is more of a special occasion, formal type of scent, and you have to know what to pick for school. This is why in this video, I'm gonna be showing you 8 fragrances that I think are super safe to wear at school, that are inoffensive, not gonna give headaches, get compliments at the same time, and they're also all gonna be affordable. Not super cheap like $30 to $40, but I promise every single one on this list is under $100. And the first one that I really wanna talk about, because I think it is just so good and it is a dupe so close to the OG for only about $50, and it is Aether Extrait by French Avenue. Aether has such a nice scent and a scent bubble that comes with it. The problem with it is just the performance though. You're only gonna get about 4 to 5 hours, but you could still put it in your backpack and respray it during recess. And this fragrance is so good that, look at it, my bottle is almost done. You get that very clean, citrusy, green apple shampoo vibe, and it smells incredible. You get a beautiful bottle too, and a pressurized atomizer. Extremely uplifting, and I've never received a complaint from this, only compliments. Now Aether is great, but there's the other bottle that looks the exact same, that is blue, that I like even more, me personally. So this is a completely different scent. This one is called Atlantis, and instead of being a clean citrus, summery, clean fragrance, I said clean 2 times there, whatever, this one is more of a tropical, fruity coconut fragrance. So they are both made for different vibes, but I like the tropicalness way better. So with Atlantis, you're gonna get a burst of juicy watermelons. Very refreshing. It kind of smells like watermelon gummy bears, but in the same time, in that dry down, you get that creamy coconut that you get in, for example, JPG Le Beau, and it smells incredible, man. It also lasted 8 hours on my skin, 3 hours longer than Aether. And even though this fragrance is so new, and I don't even know if you can get it in every single country yet, look at my bottle. I don't know if you can see that, it's about 60% full. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's not all from me wearing it, even though I've worn this a lot lately, and I am a big oversprayer, but it's also because I sample all my fragrances on Ibratalksscents.shop for Canada and US, so some orders drained that, I'm gonna be honest. And like I said, these fragrances are in no specific order because I like the 2 last fragrances that I just mentioned more than this next one. However, I have to mention it because it's actually really good, and it's called Blue Spice by Khadlaj. So this is actually a dupe of Louis Vuitton Imagination, and I have tried so many dupes of this $400 fragrance, and I think this $30 one is the one that got at least very close, but in the same time keeps a very good performance. Honestly, the performance is not close to this. I get 12 hours on skin with Imagination, and let's just be honest, it's a $400 fragrance, right? Of course it's gonna perform the best. However, Blue Spice does get a good 7 hours. It is also about 90% close to me, so you still get that soapy feel and that tea. It's just that the tea is a little bit turned down, which I think can be more mass appealing. I have also never received complaints with this, and this is my most complimented fragrance DNA ever, so that means that, don't worry, this is safe. Put on 10 sprays, whatever. People in the class will enjoy it. Staying in that under $100 bracket, but a bit more expensive than the last one I showed you because Karis Blue Spice is only $30. This one, you could get it on discounters for about $90 and the 50 ml for about $60 to $70, and it is Candle by JPG. the one I'm holding right now is the Intense. So this one is a little bit more expensive than the one I'm talking about, but I'm talking about specifically the EDT version. Now, I had this fragrance when I used to go to school, and I used to get so many compliments with it. It's like a fresh, sweet caramel fragrance, but in the same time, it keeps that masculine JPG DNA, but without being too screechy sweet. That's the way that I would describe it. And the thing is, with the marketing of JPG, because of these bottles, these are the ones that get talked about the most. But I honestly think the Scandal line is so underrated, especially the EDT. For any young guy going back to school, you guys have to check it out. Next up, I have the best value for money fragrance on this list, because this bottle is extremely heavy and it is the size of my head, and it is another 200 ml Saudi niche fragrance. So a lot of you guys know that I love talking about these Saudi fragrances, because value for money, you know, for only about $30 to $40, they give you a huge bottle, an amazing atomizer. Oh yeah. And this scent is incredible. This one is called Arrogate Addict by Asaf. A fun fact about Arrogate Addict by Asaf is that this is actually made by a master perfumer, Jordi Fernandez. He actually made some super expensive niche fragrances like Oud Maracuja. So you know that the quality on this is insane. Who said you cannot get high quality ingredients or high quality perfumed fragrances for an affordable price? I am not the one who said that. This one is insane. So how does it smell like? It smells like Pacific Chill, but it has a very, very big twist on it, maybe like 70-75% close to this. So it keeps the watery, juicy, tropical notes, but it is extremely soapy. So a lot of people actually describe this as 80% Pacific Chill, 20% imagination. At least that's what I've seen online. But me personally, I wouldn't describe it that way, because it doesn't have like a T of imagination. It's just soapy. So I would say, imagine if you took Pacific Chill, but no dates and no like fig sweet smoothness, and you just made it into a soap that you're gonna use in the shower or like a body wash. And this is what Arrogate Addict smells like. Very clean and soapy, but not basic like imagination, because it's tropical and fruity. Very, very nice. Check it out. And yeah, I forgot to mention the performance on this is actually really good. Really, really good projection. The next fragrance I'm not gonna spend too much time on, because it is my favorite dupe fragrance of all time, which means that I talk about it a little bit too much. And it is the new Cuddledge Island Dreams. It is an insanely close fragrance that is close to Symphony, and it is very, very good. Sweet ginger, oh yeah, and grapefruit with the like candy citrus feel. It is insane in the air, gets a lot of compliments, 8-hour performance, really, really good, $45 only. I really recommend this one. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, because or else you guys are gonna get bored of me talking about it. And before last, we're gonna have my scent of the day actually. Let's put it on. And it is going to be Versace's Eau Fraiche. So me personally, I got this 200 ml bottle, which is insanely big, for about $90, which is also under $100, which fits the criteria of this video. But a 100 ml bottle is only about $50 to $60, which means it is very, very affordable, especially because people think Versace, oh, it's expensive. No, it's not. This one is very, very affordable. And this one smells pretty basic, I'm not going to lie. It's not like Arrogate Addict or Island Dreams, but it is still a super masculine, clean citrus fragrance with some woody undertones. And let's just be honest, that's what women like. So if you're not looking for a fragrance that's absolutely beast mode, but is at least gonna make you smell fresh, clean, and just get compliments, and you know what? You don't want to get too much into the fragrance space and get these like complex scents. You just want to spend $50, get a safe fragrance that people will like, not give headaches, and you can spray about like 50 times without giving headaches. And it's Versace Man Eau Fraiche. And last but not least, it was actually a tie between two fragrances from the same line of the same brand, and it is the Turathis, Turathi Blue or Turathi Electric. But I decided to go with Turathi Blue. So Turathi Electric, you guys already know, it's a Blue Talisman clone. Now this one though is a Bulgari Tiger clone. And the reason why I put this over Turathi Electric just for this video specifically, because you're going back to school, is that this one is less synthetic and performs better. You're gonna get a very fresh, citrusy, but ginger, strong, masculine fragrance. So this one is pretty unique, let's be honest. I also have a friend that used to wear this all the time as the signature scent for school, and he used to get more compliments than me. That really used to bother me, man. I am the compliments guy, not you, bro. You're not supposed to. Look at all these fragrances. Look at that. I'm supposed to get the compliments, not you. But let's be honest, Afnan did a really good job with this fragrance. It went super viral. My bottle is almost done. Look at that dent. Oh my God. And it's really good. Let's just be honest. You don't have to spend more than $100. This video just proved it. A $40 fragrance is lastly mentioned. And I honestly think it's really good. You know, the only problem with this bottle, let's just be honest. The only problem with Turathi Blue by Afnan is this. It falls. Every time you put it on the shelf, it has the risk of falling. You just gotta be careful with that. And that wraps it up, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my back to school fragrance video. I hope I put you guys on some amazing, fresh, or inoffensive fragrances that you can wear every single day at an affordable price point. If you like this video, please subscribe and check out my other videos if you have the time. And if you want to boost this video from the algorithm, make sure to like it, because you know what? It helps me a lot. But if you want to gatekeep it, don't like it, but I wouldn't be happy.